Hi everyone, ScienceTube07 here, and today we're going to be unboxing not one, but two engines from the All Engines Go series. That being All Engines Go Salty and All Engines Go Yong. I found these two at my local Target, and they look pretty good. I honestly been wanting Salty for a long time, so when I finally found him, I was ecstatic. And we're going to be unboxing them, reviewing them, and comparing them to their original counterparts. In this case, the Trackmaster Revolution Salty Yong. I don't have the push-along versions of these. I'm not so sure if they are around, because nowadays it's kind of hard to find Thomas merchandise. But anyways, let's just get to the video. So I'm going to be unboxing Salty, because I've been wanting him the most. Alright, time to unbox. Alright, finally got him out of the box. And he comes with this cargo car that has crates that comes out. Sadly, the crates cannot come out, but sadly the crate batch cannot come out. But hey, it's fine. Anyways, let's look at the Salty. Okay, this is the face. This is pretty good. It has a texture to it. Okay, number 2991. And for some reason, because the cab isn't entirely that long, you can see the switch literally sticking out. It kind of feels a bit jarring. Either way, here's the back side, hazard stripes, and here's the bottom of it. Overall, pretty good. One thing that I don't like about his design and in the TV series is that his windows aren't exactly the same. They're not exactly paralleled. This one's really small, and this one has all the big chunks, which is not only an error in the toy, but also in the TV series. But anyways, enough about the engine. I guess just take a look at the car. So the car comes with a bunch of cargo boxes, and you can connect them like this, and then you can send him on his way. So yeah, just your normal flatbed. And then here's Salty. Now, I'm going to compare the Salty in height to the original. To be honest, I kind of like this one more rather than this Salty, mainly because I was never a fan of the actual Trackmaster Revolution Salty, because the portions were a bit whack, and I kind of like the crash and repair one, which is why I used it officially. Another thing I like is that this horn, I suppose, is sticking out when this one was actually pretty small and molded. But one bad thing is that there's no handrails, which kind of makes sense because it's a cartoon, so there is some inconsistencies. But one thing I like is the details on the buffers. It has some rust details, which shows that this Salty has seen a lot in his sea days. And he also has white buffers. Not so sure if they were meant to be like that, because, well, the original one had black buffers, but they were actually painted. I think they were on the sticker. And this Salty, I put batteries in him because I had this guy for 6 years. And this is the side of Salty. And I've noticed on this side, it just, on both these sides, it doesn't show Salty's nameplate. Or it's just, the name is just painted on. And this one just feels like more of a box, and this feels more like a diesel, to be honest. This is one of the designs I actually kind of like. And I'm not just saying that. Even though I really don't like the reboot, I kind of like the merchandise. So this one I really like. And on the bottom, it says UK and Canada. Which side does it say? Oh, okay. But if you look close over here, it says UK and Canada. So I think either it was made there, or this is the UK and Canada version of it. Guess we're doing that now. Now I'm going to put batteries in Salty and see if he runs. While I'm doing it, fun fact about me, I actually thought that when they introduced Trackmaster 3, as I called it, it's actually All Engines Go Trackmaster. I thought they were going to use three battery shells because they were oversized. But that was only a feature in the real steam engines from Trackmaster Revolution. So this is the battery shell. And just to make sure, in case you don't own one of these, you have to put 2 AA batteries. Oh wait, no, actually 2 AAA batteries. I'm so sorry. Let's see if he runs. All right. Now I'm gonna put the body shell on. All right, I put his shell on. Let's see how he runs. He is pretty good, and he runs at a bit of a fast speed because I just recently bought these batteries. So I'm gonna run it on the track and see how it works. Okay, so I'm in my filming room, and this is where I make all my videos. This is where all the magic happens. But this is where you don't discover. This is the All Engines Go layout I have on this table over here. All right, I'm gonna see how he runs. All right, he's a good little runner. All right, this is gonna be his last round, and then I'm gonna pause him so he can go in the loop. But for that, I have to kill this cargo load. Okay, put the stopper on. All right, Salty, are you ready to take the loop? Yes! All right, suit yourself. Whoa! All right, let's see him do that again. Put this on slow motion if you want to. What? What?
We apologize for technical difficulties. Difficulties. Yay.
Okay, I sincerely apologize for that stunt, although I really shouldn't be. All right, so let's do that again. There we go. That was fast. Okay, I'm back in the bedroom where I film all my SFDI videos. This is the SFDI grass I use. It's actually a mat. But anyways, let's move on. Now we're gonna move on to Yong Bao. Let's open them up. Okay, so this is Yong Bao. Feeling him for the first time, he looks pretty good. This is his face. It's not bad. Here's his side, and here's his tender. Just take them off for a second. What I noticed is that I think the windows are a bit crooked. I think it's mine, but I'm pretty sure I'm pretty sure all the the versions of these, I think all the clones are like this. Oh, wait, not all the clones, but I think all the releases were like this, but I've never seen anyone criticize this for being wonky. Because I get that all the characters are cartoony, but either that's just like how it's supposed to be, or mine's a bit off. So these are his whistles and bells, I think. And this is tiger part of him, and it's all plastic, and it is a very small part, so kids can choke on this. You gotta be very careful. And when I first looked at the promotional pictures for this item, I thought it was a push-along. But then I was like, no, because it kind of looked a bit small in size. But then I realized it actually was a Trackmaster because there were other promotional pictures with it too. And here's one thing I have to say. Even though these are oval buffers, even though Gordon should honestly have these, I think he does, but they're really small and wide. But one thing that finds a bit jarring to me, I think there's no color in the buffers. And I think these are oval. Yeah, these are oval buffers, although I think it should be circular. And Yong Bao's smoke deflectors, they're only just squares and not slanted like the original. Okay, here's the top of the model. And this is the back side. Now let's go into the tender. nothing much to say about it, although I think it's a little taller than the other tender back there. All right. And one thing I noticed is that it's the buffers are really big on the front, but there's only a small space in the back. Even the buffers shouldn't really be there, mainly because it's a tender engine, and tender engines don't have like backsides in the main body. And also, like for some reason, this tender has like front buffers, although they really shouldn't be, and they're circular instead of ovals. And even on the back, it's circular, so that's kind of jarring. And one thing I noticed is that the tender and the main body aren't really like the same height. It just feels really jarring. It's almost as if they're like pulling a truck, and that's one thing that I've seen in all the models. They're pretty inconsistent with that, and I find it really jarring. Even in the show, like I believe in Sully's introduction episode in the series, Sully was carrying, like, even though Sully is really big than heck, he was carrying a really small truck of treasure, and that got me laughing on the floor. Don't believe me? Let me show the footage. Oh wait, no, I can't. Alright, enough about the engine itself. Let's just compare it. Oh my gosh! I never noticed how different they were. I noticed that Young Bob doesn't have his cow catcher. And over here it's more red than black, because over here his smoke deflectors are black, but now they look more red. And on the top there's hardly any lining. Like, to be honest, this Young Bao has a lot of detail, but he just feels a bit too squashed. Now let's look on the sides. Seems like the Chinese font is different. And over here, the handrails are like printed on instead of just being molded, like this one. And over here, this is supposed to be black, but now it's like gray. And there's no funnel over here. See? And now the backside. On the backside, Trackmaster Revolution did it correctly, mainly because there's no back buffer on the main body. But over here it does. And one thing I noticed is that this Young Bao is literally longer, wider, and taller. And you couldn't say that because like one aspect I find about them is that they're really tall. And now the tender. Like, this tender is like a bit taller than the original, and also it doesn't have its opening so water can get in. And the coal load over here is a bit bigger. And if they did put a water cap, which is the small hole, then I'm pretty sure they wouldn't have any space to do it. So it's kind of a win, but also a loss. They could have just shortened the coal load. But whatever, it is what it is. And another thing I noticed is that this, the tender doesn't have any spiked wheels like this one. I think it was just only a thing for a little while, and then the face just died down. The tiger is almost the same, but with a hint of simplicity. And over here, the chassis is like green over here instead of black, how it should be. But I think they did it because Young Bao's running board is green. So there's that. Anyways, after we compare, we're gonna put in the batteries. So I'm gonna do this off screen. Oh yeah, before I put in the batteries, one thing I noticed is that for some reason Young Bao's shell feels like has some weight to it. Like, it's a bit heavy, but not that heavy that I can't lift it. I can, like, it's really easy to, but I just feel like it's odd that it has some weight to it. All right, so I put the batteries in. All right, now let's go to the layout. Alright, so even though Young Bao can't go without his tender, I'm still gonna put him on the loop. Alright, it's time. Slow that down if you can. Time. Go! Alright, that was 3. Alright, so here's another test I'm gonna do. I'm gonna see if Young Bao can pull this many cars. I have 1, 2, 3 cars in a brake van, which is Bruno. Let's see if he can do it. Alright, so that was Young Bao's run. And before we end this video off, I'm going to do Salty's truck test. Alright, so now I'm in the filming room, and I have Salty's car, Kenji's hopper car, Thomas's star car, and Bruno from the Percy and Bruno pack. Alright, it's time. Wait, what? Oh. Okay, I guess something that got stuck over there.
Subscribe.
Alright, that's it. Alright, so I'm back again, and we're going to be rating Salty and Young Bao. Trackmaster all engines go. Salty and Young Bao, for that matter. So, I'm going to rate Salty a 10 out of 10. Really nice detail, and I like it so much. It makes him not look like a box anymore. As for Young Bao, I give him a 8 out of 10. It does miss some parts, but it is okay as it is. No problem with it. So these are some pretty nice toys. I highly recommend them. Make sure you like and subscribe, please. It helps me out so much, and it helps me make better content. So I'll see you around. See you soon.